Can you start off by telling me your full name and where did you practice for the entertainment law firm?
Okay. Um, my name's Carrie Lester, and when I went to UC Davis, which is it's up it's near Sacramento. Sacramento is the capital of California, and so I graduated and took the bar in 1994. I was only at that firm for a year, which is a couple of things. It's pretty common for people to, within the first year or two, to move around. Like the first thing you try, often it just isn't exactly what you expected it to be like. And so I went from there to work for the appellate courts, and which is where I've been for over 24 years now. So
What are your passions?
I love movies. I love going to movies, and I had actually, before I went to law school, I thought what I really would have liked to do was to be in story development at a firm in Century City, which is in Los Angeles. Greenberg, Glusker. At the time, it was Greenberg, Glusker, Fields, Clayman, and Mochtinger. I think that they had a lot of entertainment clients, and so they had an entertainment law practice department, and also litigation, and also business law, and so they tried to be a full service law firm, so that if we got a client, that any legal need they had could be resolved all within the confines of our one law firm. They didn't need to go to anybody else. Yeah. And so that's when I was in the estate planning side. People who are in the entertainment law side of things, they spend a ton of time on the phone, and it was phone call after phone call. They're negotiating deals. They needed to know. The great thing for our firm was we had a very large number of entertainment clients, so you could compare, okay, we got this for this client, so what else is out there, and that was really the best way you could negotiate to figure out what some other client, what you could get for them. They just seem to spend all the time on the phone. They have very different personalities, whether you're the type of person who wanted to be on the phone all the time, and or taking multiple lunches and meetings and things, and not so much writing up long papers or doing a lot of research on a legal issue or anything like that, because they're all just dealing with certain forms and getting certain contract terms and what can we package with what. So that was that group, constantly on the phone. Then you had the litigation group who might do, they might be arguing about whether somebody got the royalties that they needed to get, or whether something was too similar to a previous work or something like that. They would be, and so they like to fight, and they would get on the phone, but it would be more argumentative. The more social people who don't want to spend their day locked in a room writing, that was more entertainment law personality. And there's a lot of different areas of entertainment too, that whether it's video games, or there's a lot of cutting edge things that are going on that I would look for, I think. For Tom Cruise and Wayne Gretzky, actually, so coming from the sports side of things. And so in our firm, if they were the entertainment department would work on, for example, with Tom Cruise, would work on his deal that he would have with a studio, and would negotiate all those terms for him, and based on what he had gotten before and what he could get again. And then over in the litigation department, if he needed to sue someone because they published something about him that wasn't true, and that would go to the litigation department. So for us, we would go and we would make up his estate plan, and we would plug his name in everywhere, and how much does he want to give to his different kids, and how does he want to give them out. So it was more who you were doing things for. They might be typical problems that everybody would have. It was just maybe a little more interesting that you also might read about your client in the paper somewhere.
What is your advice to someone considering or applying to law schools?
I loved law school. I thought law school was really interesting, and I enjoyed learning about it. And there are a lot of different jobs, even if the first job or the second job aren't the fit that you thought and aren't the type of thing that you thought would work for you. I think there's a lot of different types of opportunities that you just don't even think of when you're thinking about law school. And if the subject matter is interesting, then I think it's great. I think there's a lot you can do with a law degree. I was just surprised that the areas of law were so different in actually practicing. Figure out how to study and how to take the test. Like, it will require you to study like you've never studied and take lots of notes and organize them, and then also learn how to take the tests in the very specific way that law school students have to take tests, the format they want to see. They basically want you to give every different type of answer. Yourself that's number one.